Okay, so what would you like for me to open up?
Homepage,
Homepage. There you go.
vendors. Okay, so you see the vendors, right? They want you to make a purchase. So you start right there where it says purchase orders. You just follow the arrows, right? You go to purchase order. You're going to receive your inventory, enter bills against the inventory, pay the bill, and that's it. That's your whole workflow. Does everyone see that?
Yes.
They want you to be able to follow the workflow on your home page. Start where they tell you to start, right? Enter and paying bills.
Okay.
Right? They're going to tell you this for purchases, and they're going to ask you the same question for sales. Go to your home page. Go to your home page. Start where they tell you to start, and follow the arrows. They want to make sure that you know how to follow your workflow from the home page. Okay. So they're going to say, make a follow the workflow for sales. So, and start at the invoice. So you're going to start right there at the invoice on your homepage. You're going to follow the arrows, receive payment, and follow the way to the end to record deposits. So that's pretty easy. That's a pretty easy question. Again, the home page is a graphic depiction of your workflow as QuickBooks sees it. Right? Entering and paying bills. Again, you go to the vendors. Go to the icon. It says enter bills. And finish it with pay bills once you decide to pay the bill. Follow the arrow. Right? How to write a check. 2 ways to write a check. How do you do that? Anybody?
Well, one way is in banking on the home page under write checks.
Exactly. Right. And the other way?
Is on the menu bar under banking.
Exactly. How do you enter a credit card charge? 2 ways. This is you charging against your credit card, not accepting someone else's. This is you charging against your credit card.
So the home page under banking, enter credit card charges,
Yep.
Exactly.
and then I would assume the other one would be menu banking.
Exactly. Then how are you going to record your debit card charge? Not a credit card, your debit card.
Check register.
How are you going to do that? You can do that, but that's not the way I think they're going to ask you to do it. How would you enter a debit card charge? They will ask you this. Does anyone know? tell you. I'm glad you asked. You want to go to right check, whichever way you get there, either by the home page or by the menu bar. Instead of a number, you want to write down debit card. Does everyone see that? Yeah, right there. You want to write down debit card. And that's the answer.
So where did you go?
To write checks?
Right check?
And you would do it in journal entries?
No. It's out of your checking.
Is it on the home page?
Of that is journal entry.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
No.
That was the last thing I
You
did
want to go
to checking.
You either want to go to home page, right check, or menu bar, banking, right check. But instead of putting a number in there, you want to type in debit card.
And they wouldn't accept you going right to the check, right to the register and doing that as an answer?
That is a way, but I don't think that was not the answer they would accept when I did it. They want to make sure you know that you go to right check and just type in debit card.
Okay.
But you can use that if they ask you that question and none of those answers that you've entered in are not correct, then yes, you should explore that last option where you enter right directly into the check register.
Okay. And what's the next one here? Use the debit card. Yep. How to record the transactions in the purchase workflow. We already went through all that.
Yep.
How and why to record a debit? How do you record a vendor credit? I'm receiving a credit from the vendor. How do I report that? Does anyone know? Because we went through this before, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
You go to enter bill, right? Everyone here? You understand this? Go to
Okay.
enter bill. Okay. And just like Lynn's showing you here, you have up on the upper left-hand side says bill and credit. You want to click on the credit. That's how you record credit from a vendor. You don't see that? Right?
So is that just credit from a vendor or to a vendor?
From a vendor.
You,
Okay.
yeah. You're sending something back, right? Or you're getting an allowance from the vendor, and they're giving you a credit, right? Because you're sending product back to them, where you're getting an allowance from them. You got to show the credit from the vendor to you, and this is the way you do it.
Okay, thank you.
Right? And the same thing's going to go to enter credit card charges. Again, up there at the top it says purchase charge, refund credit, right? Over to your right. Right? So if we call file up a dispute, something from your credit card. They say, okay, yes, you're right. Hopefully you're right. We're gonna issue you credit against your credit card. We're gonna issue you a credit, so we're not won't charge. You call up and say, where does this $100 credit come? Where does this $100 charge come from? I didn't charge anything. And they say, okay, yes, you're right. We're gonna credit you the $100 back. Here's your $100 back. Does everyone see that?
Yes.
Okay. Then again, it's going to ask you to workflow for inventory. And it's going to follow the workflow from the homepage. Right? It says, right? How to set up your workflow for your inventory, right? So you're going to go purchase orders, receive inventory. They're going to tell you where to start. Receive inventory. Enter bills against inventory. And then you drop down and then you go to pay bills. Does everyone see that? Does everyone see that?
Yes.
Okay. They're going to ask you, how do you record receiving inventory without a bill? What form are you going to use? How are you going to record receiving inventory without a bill?
You go
Yeah,
to the receive inventory where the little drop down is. You select receive without bill, or you go to vendor. Oh, sorry.
Right.
Without a bill?
Go there.
Yeah.
Without a bill, yeah. And the form you're going to use is not bill, it's going to be item receipt. So if you receive the inventory without a bill, the form you're going to use is item receipt. And that's how you get there.
Don't forget, every way that you explore, it's not going to be the same title. So in other ways, you'll see receive items without a bill, but you'll also see item receipt, or you'll see things like that, or just enter straight in a bill. So you have to be very careful on what you're actually doing, because it may or may not be there. It may not be the title that it is that you're looking for. We've explored that a couple times before. So I think for vendors, it's receive, pay bill. This one's receive and enter bill, or
Go down below. Receive items.
receive items. Exactly. I'm just explaining like how. So in this case, you just receive items, right?
Yeah.
Not enter without a bill. This one is receive items and enter a bill. This is just
And
receive
enter a bill.
items. So make sure that you know that they're different.
Right. They're going to ask you this. So yeah, if you get your product, but you have not received a bill yet, you don't want to enter the bill because you haven't received it. But you got to put the product into your inventory. This is the only way you can do that. Okay? And then how to set up, collect, and pay sales tax? Go to your homepage. You're going to see manage sales tax over there.
Up here, up here, up here, up here.
Right there, huh? And that's how you're gonna pay your sales tax. How do you collect it? It's under your item. Yeah, it's under your items. Right, your item list. You want to go down and you go accept the again taxing authority. Sales tax is gonna be state, it's gonna be a state, taxing authority. And you're gonna, that's how you set it up, you're gonna collect it, because you're gonna collect it on your invoice. We send an invoice to your customer. And you're gonna pay it through the managed sales tax. Does everyone understand this? Any questions about this? Does everyone know how to set up a sales tax? You know where to go to. Yes?
Manage sales tax on the homepage.
No, how do you
How do you set it up?
create it?
How do you set it up though?
I have to follow
Go to
the
your
instructions
lists.
in the book. Yeah.
Go to the lists.
Already hit items and services.
No, you want to go down. Yeah. No, you want to go new. Go down to item, lower left.
Yep.
New.
And then make sure
Right
that you
down there.
select sales
Select
tax
sales
item.
tax item. That's how
I'm
you set
sorry.
it up. How to
I'm
collect
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry. How did you get to that screen again? For the,
You could go to list. What was that list called?
That's
Well,
you.
well-
You want to go to the list.
our tax list, our sales.
No, they want to go to item list.
Oh, the item list. Yeah. So is
You
that
want
where?
to go new?
Is that the most easiest way to do it? Is to go to our list
Yeah.
first? Okay.
Yeah, you could either do that or the easiest way would be the homepage.
To
I-
manage sales tax, right?
To manage sales tax is when you want to pay it.
Oh, okay.
You
But
got
to set it up?
first you gotta set it up. So you gotta go to your item list,
There
sales
it
tax
is.
item.
Thank you.
Then how do you collect it? It's already you gotta go to preferences, and it's going to ask you for your most common sales tax. On your invoice, it's going to ask you what sales tax you want to use. You're going to use your most common one, or you're going to use a special one, right? Because your excise your books has two you have San Jose and Walnut Creek. They're two different sales tax store districts. So you change from one to the other. That's how you collect it. How do you pay it? You go to manage sales tax on your homepage. Right? Because although the customer is paying you sales tax, you owe that sales tax to the government. You're just a middleman. Bounce checks, I think Lynn already went over that with you, right?
Where do you see bounce checks? I see bank
That's the
reconciliations.
last one. Oh, I'm sorry, bank reconciliations.
Okay. I was like,
I don't know why I saw about. I saw a bank reconciliation, but I read sales bounce checks. I don't know. But, Lynn went through the bank reconciliation for you. That's pretty easy.
yep, chapter 5, guys.
The biggest thing I remember is that I'm pretty sure it's a box over there in the upper right hand corner that says hide all transactions past the
Are you talking about the bank reconciliation?
yeah, go to bank reconciliation.
Okay, I'm just going to write a random number. I'm just going to click OK.
Yeah, and then go okay.
Oh, shoot. I have to enter something. Oh.
Sounds good.
And then, yes,
Yeah,
right
that
here.
box over there, right? It's a hide transactions after the statement end date. Don't forget that. They're going to ask you about that. Okay. Other than that, everything else is pretty self-explanatory. And chapter, what is it, 5?
That's chapter 5.
Yeah. And then what else you want to go into? So that was it for that section.
Okay.
There's going to be 6 questions in this section here. Payroll's going to be 6 questions.
Payroll.
You gotta know different services. Okay. It says that they changed names on you for 2020.
2019.
Don't care about that. What does the book say for 2018? That's what they're going to ask you about. That's what you gotta know. And you gotta know differences. You get the base. You get the what? You get the basic. The
Enhanced.
enhanced, and then the assisted, right?
For 2019, it's assisted. For 2018, it's full service.
Full service. So basic, all they're going to do is help you set up your own payroll. You're going to do payroll manually. They'll help you with that. The enhanced, they'll send you the forms you need to fill out, all right, to do your payroll. They won't fill them out for you, but they'll send you the forms. The full service, they will go into your computer. They will extract all the payroll information. They'll run your payroll, right? They'll send you the checks. They'll do the W-2s for you. And they will re-enter that information back into your computer. You don't need to do anything. That's basically the differences between the 3.
Okay. Again, if you have it, just go ahead and either turn on payroll, or you can go to employees and go to payroll not payroll setup. Manage. No. This one, service options. Okay. And if I were to click that and I say learn more, it will give you this window here. It's going to have to access the internet. So please you need internet anyway. And it's going to give you the checklist of the differences right here. So make sure that you look at that and study it here. Okay? So this one gives you the specific of what tasks it includes.
Yeah.
And again, mine is assisted. Yours is full service.
And these are subscriptions. You need to pay for these. Right? House set payroll. That's going to be chapter what? 10.
10.
I believe, no?
10. Using the payroll setup window.
Yeah.
Or wizard. Whatever you want to call it. Okay.
All right. And again, chapter 9, how to set up the schedules. How to run payroll. I think that's going to be chapter 11.
Yes.
Right. All these, how to pay liabilities, how to repair forms, track time, all that's in chapter 11. Well, tracking time is, I believe,
Chapter 9.
I'm going 9, I believe it is, no? Checking time?
Tracking time is part of 9, but it's also
Yeah.
yeah, it's also yeah.
9 and, I think it's 11 also.
That's how you enter in the data to pay the person. Yes.
Yeah, right. All right. And the easiest way for me to tell you that is just go to the chapters. Otherwise, you'll be here all payroll. Explaining payrolls will take the entire class to count. But again, 10 and 11 is all about payroll. But they will ask you about the forms, so make sure you understand that. And the reports, there's going to be 8 questions about reports.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Next part. Reports.
How to use Report Center, right?
It's pretty
You got 2 ways to enter
straightforward.
your reports. You got the Report Center on your icon bar, and you got your reports on your menu bar. And the biggest one you're going to want to use is the company financials. Right? Don't forget there's other things. You got your accounting and taxes for your trial balances and your I believe your general ledger. Not your general ledger. Yeah, your general ledger. And you got your contacts also there, right? Vendors and customers. What else you got? And go to employee and payroll for me there.
Employee and
Yeah,
payroll.
yeah, right there.
It's like basically who, like what you paid them, or if you need to pay your payroll liabilities. What what items do you have that you
Yeah,
offer your employees? List.
yeah. All right. So that's your. I mean, how and why. The how is how. The how is to like say either the icon or the menu bar.
Uh-huh.
The why to pull up the various different reports you have. What was the next question? Well, how to customize reports. Okay, basically, does everyone know how to collapse? Does everyone knows what they mean when they say collapse your report? Collapse your report. Is there any question about that? What happens when you collapse your report? When you collapse your report, you get rid of all your sub accounts. You won't list them. Right?
What are you talking about? Like this, the little triangle thing
Yeah.
to collapse them.
No, go up to the top.
Got
Go
it.
to the top. Down below. Up,
Wait,
up
wait.
a little more. Yeah. Right there it says comment on report. Comment on report. Go over to the left. Go over to the right. I'm sorry. No.
Oh, was this? Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and undo this. Save. Yeah, cancel.
Cancel that. Yeah. Nope. Cancel.
Actually, I'm just gonna exit out of it and just redo it.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so here
Now
you.
go up a little bit.
Uh huh.
Now go over to the right. Over to the right. Over. One more. No, back one. Back to the left one.
That one
Right there.
collapse.
Collapse. When you ch- when you click on collapse, you get rid of all your. It won't mention your sub accounts at all. Everything will be under your main accounts. When you hit expand, because once you hit now you hit collapse over there. Now it's now change to expand. When you hit to expand, it'll show all your sub accounts. You was
Oh,
asked about that. Okay. Does everyone see that? So that's one way to customize.
What
The
is,
other way is to actually, pardon?
what is the purpose of that?
Just to um, streamline your report. Instead of having a list, all the main accounts and all sub accounts, you're just going to get rid of sub accounts and everything's going to be listed under the main accounts.
Oh, okay, in the, okay, profit and loss, I gotcha.
And when you expand it, it's going to list your main account and all your sub accounts. The other way to customize reports is go up to the top there, which is customize reports. Right? That's how you customize it. Right? So next question is going to be what memorize reports, which is how you customize. Basic questions that each report answers. Okay, here we're talking about the profit and loss. Okay, which is going to answer how much did you make? What was your profit? Balance sheet. Does your company does the company balance sheet actually balance? And cash flow. What is your cash flow? Can you meet your cash flow? That's the those are the three basic financial reports. And then what's the other one? How and why send reports to Excel? You want to send things to Excel. How do you send your reports to Excel? Just go to reports and then it says Excel. Click on click on that one there. Right there it says Excel. And right there it says Excel. What? That's how you send it to Excel. Why do you want to send it to Excel? It's easier to transmit. Instead of sending it over QuickBooks, okay, that someone that I can't read unless I have QuickBooks. You could send it to me in an Excel file. I don't need QuickBooks to open that up. It's an Excel file. All right. Any questions about that?
Yeah, I guess, how did we get to this window? On the homepage?
Go. No, you go to either icon bar or the menu bar. Reports.
And reports. Oh, okay, that's right. Okay. Let's see. And the report center. Okay.
And then pull up a report. any report.
Oh, and you went to the profit and loss report.
So that's what she did, but every report that you pull up will have the upper line. And it'll say Excel.
Okay. Good to know.
All right. So QuickBooks do almost everything for you. And then what's the next one? How and why to process multiple reports. Again, go to reports. It's going to sit there. Go to the menu bar reports.
Menu bar reports?
Yeah. And right there it says process multiple reports. Go down a little bit. Go down. There, right there. Process multiple reports. Okay, so it's going to open multiple windows for you. It doesn't combine them, but it will open up multiple windows. So instead of having to search through all different categories, you could just check mark the ones you want here and open up for you. All right. Right. How to memorize reports. Again, go to report and whatever report you're looking at, up to the top, it's going to say memorize. You memorize a report. Do not confuse that with saving a report. This is not save your report. All saving is how you customize it. What order are the columns in it? Right? Is it going to be collapsed or expanded? What information is that report going to have? The numbers are going to change each and every time. The numbers will change as you enter new data into QuickBooks. Right? That's why anything that you want saved, you actually want saved that no one can change. You want to print it out, make a hard copy. Because you always go back. I want to go back to January 2018. Okay, we'll go back to January 2018. I'll show you all the numbers for January 2018. But if someone's changed something back then, it's going to be different than what you saw originally back in that month. So anything that you want to save, that you want to see what the original report says, you want to print it out, right? Because if I go back there and I change a check amount, or I delete a check, or whatever, it's going to change the January report. So if you want to see what you actually utilized, okay, the numbers that you actually utilized, you want to save that. QuickBooks will save your transactions. It will save your it'll save your transactions, right? But at the same token, I could go back in time, unless you closed it. I go back in time. I could add another check to that time period. I could change the check amount to that time period. I could add a new purchase order. I could add a new inventory bill. I could add a new receive money from a customer, and that's now part of that month's transactions. Is that what you used when you actually were in January? No. Right? But since this is now June, and I have the ability to go back to January and add things in January, right? Anything that you actually want, any numbers that you want to actually say, you need to print it out. Do you understand what I'm saying? I hope
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to save that original report by printing it because it may change in the future.
Right, exactly. Right. So when I come back to you, say, how come you're saying you're showing me these numbers here, and then when I go back in QuickBooks, I get a whole different set of numbers. Well, that's because someone did something, went back in time and did something to that period. Okay. Let's see. How wide is okay? So basic financial statements, yeah. The difference between cash and accrual, you guys know that already. How wide to set closing date? Okay. How to enter a journal if asked. See, although you're going to be asked you may be asked to enter something in a journal. Again, what are the three primary ways you are going to be entering data in QuickBooks? There's only three correct ways that they want you to enter data into QuickBooks. And what are they?
Report, right?
No. Ways to enter in a transaction.
Oh,
So this is the forms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So let me show an example of what a form looks like. It's straightforward, like the doctor's office. You just fill in the information.
Yeah.
This is a form.
And what else?
Um,
Lists.
So lists, for example, you can enter in, oh, never mind. I should have used a different one. Lists, for example, if you enter in an items list, you can go ahead and enter in the information right away. Okay, in this one I can't. I have to do, so for example,
You got to do a new one.
oh yeah, I meant like for this one, you know how you can enter multiple? If I were to add multiple vendors at one time, I'm able to enter in right away like a list.
Yep. And the last way is registers.
Yes, so let me go ahead and show you the register. So if I go to check register,
Yeah.
okay, I can enter in the data just like this.
What accounts do not have registers? What account types do not have registers?
is it temporary?
Which are?
Which are, yes.
Which are temporary accounts and income and expenses?
Exactly.
Good.
I guarantee they will ask you some form of that question. I'm not sure exactly how they'll ask you, but they'll ask you some form of that question. What do not have registers? What do have registers?
permanent accounts.
Yeah, permanent. Yeah, your assets, liabilities, and equity all have registers. Okay? What systems QuickBooks use?
Double entry.
Double entry, yeah. And what method does it default to?
Accrual.
Accrual. Can you change it to a cash?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Easy peasy stuff, guys.
Okay, we're here. Second section, customizing.
Yeah. Open a check there, Lynn.
Open a written check or create a new check.
Right check. Right check. Right check. I believe. Let's see. Well, that's it. Oh. Could you go for, okay, then go to a check you already wrote. Yeah, bill payment.
You want me to go to a bill payment?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to go to a random check? 'Cause I could go here.
Anyone.
Oopsie. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, it should say somewhere.
What are you looking for?
Memorize.
You can't memorize a paycheck.
Not a paycheck, no. Well, it's just, no, I want a check. This isn't a paycheck, this is National Bank.
I think you have to go to edit, and you can either delete it.
No, memorize check right there.
Yeah.
Right there. Memorize check.
Mhm.
Click on that. Okay. So this one here, we got check over to National Bank, right? And now, if you have like a mortgage payment, right? Or you have a telephone bill or rent or whatever, something that's going to be probably it's going to be the same amount of money for the same account for the same reason each and every month or at a specific time. You go here and you can memorize, add to my reminders list. Okay, automatic transactions. How often do you want this memorized? Right? How often? You want daily? You want monthly? You want annual? Whatever, right? And what's the next day you want it memorized for? Does everyone see this? You can tell it just to remind you. You can tell it not to remind you. You can tell it to automatically deduct it. How often and when? Okay. Let's go okay, get out of this. Then go up to lists.
Memorized.
Say memorize.
Mhm.
Yeah, right down there. Memorize transactions. Now down. Right there. Right. So you got National Bank there. And the frequency, well, we put down never. But the next, if we're going to send this money to the National Bank each and every month, we can say monthly, and it will. All you need to do is click on that National Bank right there. It'll pull up that check with a new date on it, same amount of money, same information on it, and you just print it out. You don't need to write a whole new check all the time. I'll put a different number on it, I'll put a new date on it, but everything else stays the same. So if you have a check going out on a regular schedule, like I said, monthly, semi-annually, whatever it is, you don't need to write there. You don't need to write it over and over again. Just go to memorize, and it will put a new date in there for the same amount of money and charge the same account. Do you understand that? How you set up a memorized check and how you.
where do you put
Pardon?
where do you put it if you wanna do it like monthly? Where does
Okay,
that move?
go back to memorize. Click on check. Click on national check.
Click on it.
Yeah. Click on it, see what happens.
That's exactly what had happened. It just pulled up the check.
But I want to go to go to list.
Yeah.
List, yeah.
Or you can right
Over,
click it
over,
too.
over, yeah, and go down to memorize transaction list. No, gosh darn it. That's
No,
not-
that's what I was. I'm here. If this is my memorized transaction list.
Yeah, but I want to show how to get to the
Right,
monthly
forget
on
that.
that. How do we get
Right.
there? Gosh darn.
Right now it's showing frequency is never. If you,
Yeah.
if you tell it monthly, would it just say monthly in there?
Go down to the lower left where it says memorize transactions.
Oop.
No,
Get away. Memorized transactions.
right there. Yep. New. There's a new group. New. No. Oh shoot. I'll get too old for this.
How about
You
the,
need
if
to
you
just
click
right
on
click on
edit
it.
and then edit memorize transactions?
Right
then
there.
go
Yeah, edit memorized. Edit memorized. Yeah, edit. Go upward.
Edit, there you go.
Yeah, so go, how often? Go over to, instead of never, go over to the arrow, yeah. How often? Monthly, okay.
Well, I
Next
mean,
date's gonna be, yeah, monthly, right there. And
I
go
see.
okay.
So we right click on that? Is
Yes.
that how we do?
right click and edit.
Oh, okay, alrighty, I just didn't know how to get there. Okay, thank you.
Like I said, go okay. Okay. And the next check's go, so now, click on the bank, click on National Bank.
Right here through this or through the
No, right there, National Bank. And you see, next date is August 30th, so you don't need to write this check again, it's already there for you. Just print it out. Zero understands. If you're gonna write a check, or are you going to, yeah, you're gonna write a check for the same amount of money on the same schedule, right? Monthly, semi-annually, whatever. You'll need to go up there and write a new check again. You go here to memorize the item, and it'll bring up a new check for you. Just print it out.
I'm sorry, I guess I missed a step. Could you go to the memorize and monthly again? Did you go to lists, or where did you go to get there finally? Because it just went so fast, I missed that step.
Okay.
you just go to the so you go to list, memorize transactions, and if you want to edit that information, you just right click and click edit.
Oh, there it is, okay.
And then you could toggle how often you need to be reminded for, if I need to be reminded daily, or to write the check for you. Or I mean to, when the next time you're going to do it, you could do daily, weekly, monthly. If I want to do monthly, I select monthly and I click OK.
All right.
And it will always, so come August 30th, okay, it will change again to September 30th. It will always update it to the next to the next period.
So then if we wanna do it manually, we just put never in there.
No,
Yeah,
you just would you just wouldn't have it at all. Period.
Right. And then every month you gotta you gotta rewrite the check. This
Okay.
way, you don't have to rewrite the check. Just go there, pull up the memorized check. It's got the new date on it, it's got a new number on it, and it's printed out. This is a time saver for you. You don't need to start a whole new check. It's already there for you.
Yeah. But you want to be careful with automatic payments because sometimes, again, if you set something up and you forget about it, or you don't have enough money in the bank and you just forget about it, it's going to automatically take it right out of your paycheck or payment,
Yeah, yeah,
especially if you connect this to your bank.
yeah.
That's good to know.
Okay. And I think that's it. I think that was about it. No.
Yeah, I think, yep, that is the last question. All right. So, yeah, that's the last question.
Again, um, after Thursday's the last day of class, correct?
Correct.
So after Thursday, you can start doing the geometrics anytime after Thursday.
Wait, I emailed Casey already, but I don't know if she replied to me yet. So it's going to be based on when she emails me back with all the codes, and I will distribute all the codes out to everybody.
And like I said, I suggest once a week. If you want to do it once a day, do it once a day. You got up to 30 chances to use it. You should get a report at the end of the test, tell you how you did in each of those sections there, right? And the ones you did strong on, and just skim over them. I mean, you want to reread them, but you want to skim over them. Those that you did poorly on, you want to really hit hard. Study it again because you did poorly. What's good, what's poor? That's up to you. I got 50%. Okay, well, I'm going to skim over that part. Well, okay, that's what you want to do. I got 60% now, but I want a 90 on each and every aspect. Well, then you're going to hit that 60 harder. You're going to study it harder. You want to get as high as you can, right, on your practice tests. Because I guarantee this to you, when you take your proficiency test, you're going to say, "Oh, I got 100% on my practice test. I got 90% on my practice test." And you're going to take certification, and I got 70% on my certification. I got 80% on my certification. Yeah, it's going to be a lot lower because the certification test is going to be a lot harder than the practice test. But if you're high up there in the practice test, then you're pretty much guaranteed that you're going to pass the certification. Okay, and nowhere on your certification document is going to say how you did on the test. It's just going to say you're certified. And that's all you want. You just want to get certified. You don't say, "Oh, you know what? I got 70% on my practice test. So I'm satisfied with that." No, you want to get the best you can. Because the higher you get on a practice test, the better your chances are that you're going to certify. I think the school requires 90% or 80%.
For what? For the geometrics?
For practice.
Practice. The hour requirement is minimum two 90% on the exam. But I'm saying you should do more than that because you might get lucky for those 2 ones, but the next one that you do, you might get a 70. So it's best that you do it consecutively and as many as you can.
Yeah. So you always want to try and get the highest you can. Don't settle for 80. Don't settle for 90. You want to try and get as close as you can to 100% as possible on practice tests. And again, when you do the practice test, how can I get the same answer What's another way of another way of asking that question? They get the same answer, right? That's what you got to do. You got to take it home with yourself. Because if you could do that, then you could do the certification. Like I said, when I went through it, everyone said, "Oh, don't worry about the practice tests because they have no relation. They're not. It's not relative to a certification, right?" And there's very few people, and after I took the practice test and I took the certification test, I agree with them. The practice tests are very important, but only if you utilize them to the fullest degree. Don't just answer the questions. Ask yourself, what other questions could they have asked me in order to get the same answer? Or starting with the answer, how could they have asked me a different? How could they ask me in a different way? Because you need to know all aspects of this field. So don't just answer the questions and then sit back and say, "Well, I'm glad I got that right." No. How else could they ask me? How else could they ask me in order to get the same answer? And I said, what accounts do not have registers? Okay. I know the answer to that. I know the answer to that question. But they go home. So how can I get the same answer? Well, what accounts do have registers? If this account does not have a register, what does it have? That's what you need to do. That's what you need to go home and figure out for yourself. Because that's the way you're going to pass the certification. Does everyone understand that? Don't be satisfied just with getting it right on your practice test. How else could they asked? What else could they have asked you to get the same answer?
Okay, I have a question for you guys because I actually got some information.
Okay.
Which one of you guys are planning to take the exam as soon as possible?
I think I have to. I haven't talked to my career counselor, but I'm gonna try and push it off as far as possible.
Okay, so
You know how
okay,
you told me every career
Not-
counselor is different, and I know
yes.
mine is really mean.
Okay,
She
so
went,
Don't try to push it off too far. Most counselors are reasonable. They say the 30 days. They'll even go out to six weeks, and
yeah,
they don't want you to wait a year. They don't want you to wait a year.
not a year, no.
okay for
Yeah.
Al.
You want to,
Yeah, I was gonna say because she's done with her entire program. That is usually why they will say you need to take your certification immediately because you're done with your program. If for the new students who are continuing with accounting, you may get a leeway out of that by taking the rest of the class, which is another 15 weeks. You can pass by with another 4 months and not take the certification because you're not done with your program yet. But for Alexandra, this is it. Thursday's their last day.
but even Alexandra, even you should stress to your sponsor if they want sooner than this that
Yeah.
you would like 30 days. I don't think 30 days is unreasonable. I don't care if it's the end of your class or not, end of your
Yeah.
schooling or not. 30 days is reasonable because you again still want to go over the material and get the best chance you can to pass the exam.
I'll
Like I
talk
said,
to. I'm not too worried about it.
6 years, I only had one sponsor that was so unreasonable. At that time, class ended on Friday, right? And she wanted him to certify that Monday, and that was totally unreasonable.
Yeah, I'm
And he didn't.
afraid my counselor will be like that, but it's okay. No worries. I don't want to put her on blast.
No worries. No, that's fine. I'm just saying, but for you, most likely you might not get much leniency just because you're done with your program. So
Right.
there's not much you can leeway, and the testing center's already open.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, who else is planning to take their certification right away?
I am after taking the couple of the practice tests.
Okay, so yeah, I think yeah. Okay, so Julie, and then um, David, are you going to? Because I know my previous students is going to be Alexandria, Ricky, Andrea, David.
Yeah, I'll probably take it in about a week or so.
Okay, so you four are probably only have 30 days left because of you guys are done with your program. And then Julie, you said you're gonna take it, and anybody else?
No, not me. I'm gonna need a little while.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, you don't want it too long, because
Yeah.
the longer you wait, the more you're gonna forget.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I think I need to come to the campus and do like,
The physical work, right?
yeah.
Okay. Again, this class is not going to be offered until October, so hopefully by then we will go back to class. So you might be able to get more hands on.
But I think the practice test, so I'm gonna keep studying those. I think that will help a lot
Okay.
than just reading the book.
Yeah.
So I have at least what, maybe 60 days to take it or what?
It depends on your counselor. But are you going through with my accounting program, the rest of the accounting program?
Yes.
Okay, then you might be able to extend it for another 4 months. So it was 15 weeks is roughly 3.5 months. So you might be able to extend it. Yeah.
for you that are taking QuickBooks now and then are going to go into the accounting class, yeah, you probably want to extend it out until you get finished. I had one student who, in that position, she took QuickBooks and then went into accounting, and the accounting class suffered because she was so intense on studying for the QuickBooks exam that she couldn't keep up with the accounting class. So if you're going to go on to accounting, then yeah, you might want to make sure you have enough leeway to finish the accounting class, then go back studying to your QuickBooks.
Okay. Thank you.
And then anybody else? Okay. So yeah, anybody else that wants to, because I have to actually make a list, and if you guys are not planning to take it anytime soon, then we can wait to purchase your practice exam later on, because if you're going to be focusing on other stuff like the class itself, I don't want you to double do it and overwhelm yourself.
I'm gonna try to extend mine as long as possible, which will probably be at the end of the 30 days. I missed that first 6 days or 7 or whatever, so I feel like I didn't really grasp the foundation, so I kind of stayed lost the whole way. I'm trying to memorize things, but not being able to practice it, it's been kind of a challenge. So that's what I'm going to be doing with this time off, is trying to just go through the book again.
Again, I've posted everything on YouTube, so if you just want to rewatch it.
Yeah, I was going to say, and just redo your videos again. So mine's going to probably be at the end of as long as I can wait, probably at the end of the 30 days.
All right, then. If you guys don't have any other questions or anything like that, go ahead and please, you guys are free to go. Thank you. I do appreciate